Hello everybody, it's Will here. It's June 5th. I want to guess it's a little bit after 11 in the morning. I don't know, maybe later than that. I just got done weed whacking with the hand sickle there back into out by the hive. Sorry if I'm a little out of breath. Obviously I'm back at the hive today. We're going to do an inspection, see how it's doing, check for signs of swarming, and then when I'm done I'm actually going to whack the grass over here and put some block down so I'm ready to put a second hive in. One of the main things I want to do today is see what kind of progress they're making with the honey supers up top, the two mediums here, and then check for signs of swarming down below. When I first got here this morning, there was a fair bit of bees all piled up on the entrance board. I did give them a little bit of smoke because I was using that hand sickle right in front of the hive. I don't want to agitate them too much. Pretty good cloud of bees, forager bees coming in. So they're taking advantage of the heat today. So we'll dig down in the hive here and see what's going on. I don't know if you can see up here. Definitely got some bees up top. Take the inner cover off. Tons of propolis on it. May have mentioned in the past, when I'm setting equipment down on the ground, I try to put it in diagonals like that. That way it's less chance of squishing bees and easier to unstick from itself. So I'm gonna take a look at this top box. I mainly want to look at these middle frames just to see if they're doing anything with them. But in the meantime, I'm gonna loosen them all, I'll loosen them all, just to keep the propolis from being too hard to manage down the road. Okay. You can hear a little roar going on when I did that. So we got bees up here, but they're not. Doesn't look like they're doing much with these new frames yet, so I wasn't expecting anything different. I am happy to see bees up here though. That's a good sign. So I'm not really going to dig through that one anymore. I'm going to kind of get the spacing done now. That way I don't have to worry about it. Okay, we're going to pop this top honey super off. Now, if it gets to the point where they've filled that bottom honey super, this one, pretty decently, I might actually swap box positions because I'd really like them to start drawing comb on it. Okay, and a little bit of smoke. I do have a queen excluder on, so I shouldn't have to worry about the queen so much. I did notice a little bit of drone comb up here during my last visit, which wasn't really encouraging. That means either the queen got up here and laid some drones, or a worker decided to lay, which is an issue. Okay, and just looking down, I can see capped capped honey already on these outer frames, which makes me happy. Yeah. Look at that. That whole side is full. I'm going to be swapping boxes today. I'm going to set this down. See if I can get a photo of it. This side is almost all drawn and capped. That one they're working on it pretty decently. And that's the second frame in. So this is the first frame, the end frame, and it's pretty full. And it's starting to be capped off. That's great news. That one's halfway capped. Same with that side. I am definitely happy with this. Now I did checkerboard these kind of last week, or last time I was here. And they are starting to draw out and fill that up pretty good. Same with that side. They even got a little bit of it capped. I'm very, very happy to see that. That one's half capped. That one's 3/4 capped. They're going to town. Oh yeah. So I think I am gonna switch boxes, give that a try, see if I can get them start drawing comb. Because on almost all of these, well, so far every single one of them has had nectar in it curing, and most of them are capped, have capped honey. Yeah. That makes me happy. And this one I checkerboarded in, and they got a pretty good start on it. Look at the end frame here. Normally I wouldn't dig through all of them, but I'm happy to see all this. Look at all that nectar glistening. And what they're doing now is they're filling it full of nectar, but they're also drying it out. So I'm going to put this box back together. And I think since they've done such a good job on this box, I am going to put that empty one down lower, try to get them to work on it. Finish this box off and work on it. I just dropped a bunch of bees on my pant leg, so I had to shake it off. Yeah, I'm not wearing a full suit, just a jacket and gloves and a veil. And I've been lucky so far. Knock on wood. Okay. don't know if you can hear how the bees got loud. Okay. Take a look at the excluder. Tons of bees on it. I'm going to try to push them down a little bit. Take a look at it, make sure the queen's not on here. I don't see her. I'll prop that there. Gonna clean up some of this comb while I'm here. I don't know if you can hear that, how they were kind of roaring there. Usually I don't hear that kind of roar unless I'm dealing with a brood box, which I'm just doing now. You'll hear that roar if you pull a box off and the queen happens not to be in that box. Or they'll start roaring if you or do the vice, the exact opposite. Whatever box that doesn't have the queen in it tends to roar. That's because they're not picking up her pheromone, and they know that she's not with them, so they'll roar. So what I'm doing now is I want to see signs of my queen laying eggs. Try to spot her if I can, and check for signs of swarming. That whole side is just nothing but capped worker cells. Same way with this side. Generally, I wouldn't expect to see the queen on a frame like this because it's already capped. The brood is capped, but it's probably a good habit to get into to look for her. There is a cup there. I'm going to leave that alone now. I do see some drone brood or drone bees flying around here. Yeah, so that's capped, and they'll be emerging pretty soon. You can kind of tell by how dark the cappings are. If they're lighter colored, it means they were recently capped. Okay, putting honey stores here. This is synthetic comb, and it kind of got melted a little bit last year in the heat, so I don't expect to see the queen laying in this. I can tell already this next frame is just capped brood. Wow. Got some open cells on this side, so I'm paying a little extra attention. I don't see the queen there. And drop my tool. Give everybody a little bit of smoke, keep them happy, let them know I'm here still. Seeing queen cups but nothing in them, that's a good sign. I mean, not that I'm seeing queen cups, but the fact that there's nothing in them. Cap brood here. I'm guessing that this frame emerged not too long ago. Seeing some pollen in the cells too. Yep, nothing in the here. Okay. So I'm seeing signs that she's laid eggs a while ago. I'd really like to see okay, there's some open brood. Some very young larvae. So I know she's been here at least in the last 7 days. Looks like there's a few eggs in there too, so I'm gonna look extra careful for her. People, I think, a lot of times forget to look on the edges. The queen likes to flip from side to side to get away from the sun. Okay. Now, I just accidentally smushed a bee, and just to kind of try to keep them calm, I smoked my hand down where that bee was, in case she released a distress pheromone. I don't want, trying to avoid the rest of them from being alerted. Okay, so this is capped. That's capped. Queen cups, but nothing in them. And I'm actually going to let them go because I have all the equipment to split this hive now. So what I want to do is let them decide at some point to swarm, and then split them, so I end up with 2 hives. So we got some larvae. Pretty young larva here. Yeah, queen cells everywhere. They're getting ready. They are getting ready. They might even have queen cells below. If they have queen cells below, I think what I'm going to have to do is get my hive set up today and split them tomorrow, if there's capped queen cells over there. I'm thinking queen must be laying in the lower box. Odds are pretty slim she's laying anything on the send frame. That's all, honey. I'm not even gonna look. Okay, so I saw uncapped larva, fully capped larva, or yeah, brood now in this box. I'm going to put it back together here. Okay. When you do that, you want to kind of do it slow to give the bees time to get out of the way. I'm going to crack this box off. Okay. Spending a little extra time this inspection. Again, looking for signs of swarming, so I want to time this right so I can split the hive. Okay, so at this point, looking for signs of swarming. And you hear how loud this box is over here compared to this one? Maybe it's because I have the boxes stacked, but I'm going to venture a guess that the queen is in this box. Okay, capped and uncapped larva here. No queen cells on it. It's super hot out today, but I'm glad the sun's out so I can see down in the cells. Okay, no queen cells down here. Now you notice I have an abundance of bees flying around me right now, and I think what it is the gatherer bees are down here trying to get the nectar in the hive, and here I am pulling them out. Queen cup there, nothing in it. Real young larva. Same on this side. No queen cups. If I don't see any on this frame, I think I'm gonna call it for today. I don't want to disturb them a whole lot. She is in here laying. You can see eggs. So the queen has been here within the last 3 days. And that's the other main thing I wanted to look for. So I didn't spot her. It's no big deal. You don't have to spot the queen every inspection. I just want to see signs that she's there, and I wanted to check for signs that they were swarming. And so far so good. I've seen no signs that they're going to swarm here in the next week. But I'm going to want to come back next week and the week after and keep checking. Because once they decide, it doesn't take them long, and they already got the cups made. They just have to get the queen to lay in them, and feed them and get them capped off. Okay. Now I'll put the hive back together and get my smoker going again. Oh, there. Okay. My veil was coming down, I couldn't see. Straightened up. Okay. Put the queen excluder on. Smoke them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this honey box to the side, or try to. Set that to the side. Okay, got everything dumping out. Take this honey super and put it on the bottom now, and hopefully encourage them to draw comb up in this box. So now I'm going to put this one on top. Get it lined up. So now for them to haul honey up, or nectar up to this box, they're going to have to go through this one, and hopefully encourage them to start drawing that out. Okay, inner cover's on. Put outer cover on, and call it a day. I'm gonna walk everything back here for a second. It is hot. Look at the bees on the outside of the box there. All right. Let these girls alone for a bit. I'm going to leave my tool there got a persistent guard bee around me. I got a couple bees in the tin, so I'm gonna walk off. And that'll get the guard bee away from me. Alright folks, I think that was a successful inspection. I'm super happy to see as much capped honey as I did. Hopefully we can get them to finish that box off and get a good start on the next one, and maybe have some decent honey this year. Other than that, I guess I'll be back next week to check on signs of swarming again. Until then, guys, have a great week and be safe.